Hey, love. I'm Michelle from the Soul Translator and from the Empowered Empath. Beep. Let's leave that blank for a moment because I'm launching a new program this fall for empaths and sensitives and intuitives to be able to work with our sensitivities, to be able to function really well in the world with our gifts and also with the expression of them. So that's going to be coming out this fall. If you're interested, please do jump onto my website, and that's at thesoultranslator.com, and you can join my list and you will be notified when that's going to be available. So today we're going to be talking about two really challenging things for empaths and two natural abilities that we have that often we take for granted. So the first one is, oh, and by the way, this comes from life experience, work experience, but also I have surveyed and researched at this point probably thousands of empaths, and there's been this five core struggles, not four, five, that I've been able to pinpoint that we'll be addressing in the Empowered Empath course and community coming out this fall. Here is one kind of version of one of those. So we have two really big challenges for empaths. Is what I call we are like issues interceptors. And an issue interceptor is one who walks through the world and in essence like picks up all the unresolved, unconscious, unaddressed issues that other people have in their own psyches. So it's like we are like these shadow sniffers, shall we say, which is a really weird way to put it. But hey, for those of you who are like know what I'm talking about, it's like, oh yeah, I can smell a shadow from a mile away. So this can be really challenging because we have this sense of, of knowing intimate information about another person's sense of self or experiences that they're having or emotional states that they're having. And sometimes it can feel a little bit like intrusive, like I don't really want to be intercepting that. And so this can be a real challenge, not only because of the weight and the gravity of that sometimes, but also because we kind of feel like, wait a second, I didn't really mean to look, kind of that responsibility of feeling almost like we've intruded a little bit, which can happen more when you're not taking care of yourself and when you are absorbing too much from other people. So there can be a weird sense of guilt that comes with that. So that can be a real challenge, and it becomes almost like our own burden that we carry because we feel like we are privy to too much information. So the second one is feeling like what I call a fringe feeler, meaning that many empaths have the sense like we are on the outside looking in most of the time. It can be a lonely place. It can be a place where we feel like we never fit in, like we don't know where we belong. And it's a really big issue to address for empaths because of our natural, shall we say, our natural wiring and also our really pure state of connection. That's where this empath sensations come from in the first place, because in essence what empathy or being empathic means is being able to be in a place of deep, intimate, emotional connection with others. So on the positive side, two really great strengths, and piggybacking off of that last one, is what I call we are compassionaries. There is a deep need for compassion in the world, and there are so many ways, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through service, there's so many ways that people are wanting to tap back into that natural sense or wanting to build that ability within themselves because maybe there's, let's not mince words. There's a lot of reasons and a lot of things that happen in life and things that are going on in the world that can numb us up and make us feel like, oh my God, if I start feeling compassionate, I'm going to get lost in that compassion. And empaths are natural compassionaries. It's the reason why we can feel and connect so deeply. It's because it's like a second nature to us. The other one is we are just pure visionaries. Now, this is connected to that fringe feeler, so I want to call out the strength on the other side of being a fringe feeler. So many empaths are visionaries because they have a sense of that, again, that's those things that are not being addressed emotionally, energetically in the world, or the things that could be ultimately incredibly healing or community creating or including or inclusion. So many empaths have this feeling like, oh, can we all just get along? And they have actually an incredible ability to be able to be that for themselves in their lives and also in their work and in their relationships when they are a healthy empath, meaning that they're taking care of their own emotions and energetics so that they can be available to themselves and also available to others. So empaths, many of them are true visionaries because they hold this place of possibility of what a person may need, like if you're an empath coach and you have, or a counselor, and you can really hold a place of the healing potential for that person or for that community or for that society. So often also because empaths are very intuitive, we're also tapped into a very deep sense of intuitive visionary. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. But we have this ability to channel new ideas and new possibilities very naturally. So those are two challenges, and also if you flip them around, you can look to see what are the strengths. So it's kind of like looking at the shadow side and then looking at the light side of what it means to be an empath in the world. So thank you so much for listening. I encourage you to be the most incredibly wonderful, empowered empath that you are, and please do stay in touch so that we can continue growing a community of empowered empaths, and I would love to be able to continue to support you and teach and mentor in all the ways that I can to be just that. So please do come on over to Soul Translator, thesoultranslator.com or michelleanitahuerta.com and join me, and we shall continue growing the empowered empath revolution, because there's a lot of love in that revolution. All right, take good care. Bye-bye.